Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, please click that subscribe button. Also remember to click that bell button and make sure to tick that box to send all notifications so you don't miss out on any videos. With that in mind, let's get on with the video. What's up guys, welcome to Monchkinz Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Monchkinz logging in to bring you another Final Fantasy XIV video, and in this video we'll be talking about my job impressions on White Mage. Now just a quick note is that I haven't actually played a healer job since A Realm Reborn, so I never got to the max level on Heaven's Ward on any sort of healers, and also I haven't leveled the Scholar or the Astrologian to level 70 to compare the White Mage to the other two healers. I have, however, spoken with a few healers in terms of where they are in the rankings in terms of healing potency and stuff like that, but that doesn't really change my job impression towards the White Mage. So without further ado, let's get on with the show. The first thing that I can say when I was leveling White Mage was basically I had, I guess, a sort of up and down when in regards to leveling the White Mage. Sometimes the runs were so slow that I kind of want to fall asleep. Now I have been DPSing as a healer, and we have spoken about this in the last adventures chat log and with my chat with Deli. Basically, long story short, we are on the side where, you know, healers should be DPSing when basically they're not healing. So, and there's amples of opportunity in terms of trying to DPS, not so much in like EX Primals or the, you know, Omega Savage, but definitely towards the dungeons there are ample of reasons to DPS. So even with me DPSing, if the tanks is just like pulling one set of mobs all the time, it is kind of boring, I must admit. And that sort of puts, you know, and it's a slower pace. I'm not the best healer, but I can get you through at least 2 sets of mobs and still DPS as well, and as well as, you know, manage my MP. So with that in mind, I wouldn't say I had the greatest of times when leveling the White Mage, but at the same time I did enjoy it when tanks pull more than one set of mobs. So now in terms of healing, I never really had any issues with, you know, keeping the tanks alive. I think there was only one incident when the tank actually died from a boss, and because it was a tank buster, and this was in the level 69 dungeon. So I think he got hit by the Ketsu slash and got wrecked. He was like more than 50% HP, but he still died straight away. Must have been hit by that in an auto attack, but we still recovered, you know. So in terms of healing potency wise, I think the White Mage is still considered as a raid healer, so to speak. So the basically healing the everyone basically in a, you know, in a raids type situation where basically you do a lot of AoE healing. Single target healing, it's still just between cure 1 and cure 2, so nothing major there. Tetra if you really need that extra boost of healing, but otherwise, you know, there's a lot of AoE healing done as a White Mage. I never really had any issues with managing my MP. I think there are times where I just forget about it, and then you just use Lucid Dream, and that sort of gets you through that. Thin Air actually helps out a lot especially when you want to use huge amounts of MP, such as, you know, Medica 2 or even raising someone. And you can partner this up with the White Mage skill, which I forgot the name at the moment, but it does increase your spell speed. So incorporating those two together, I found like I can use Medica 2 and then raise someone if I'm really low on MP. A size also helps a lot because it does give you some of your MP back. Now the biggest mechanic for the White Mage I found was the lilies. Now I wasn't there, I don't know anything about pre 4.0 lilies that a lot of White Mage went up in arms about, so I can't tell you guys what was it like. So but the lilies at the moment it's pretty decent. It's not like it's a huge part of the White Mage. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like overall gonna change the way you play White Mage. Sure, maybe managing the lilies can help you a little bit when it comes to your cooldowns and especially your spell speed. So basically the way that lilies work is basically the more flowers you have, the faster you can cast spells. So you can stack up to 3, and then you can use up these lilies by using some of your skills such as Tetra, Assize, the Heal Dome, and I think the Divine something, I can't remember, which is like the new stone skin basically. So you can use these lilies for that, and then the cooldown for these skills will basically be lowered to a certain point. So if you really want to manage your lilies and stuff like that, yeah, you know, but you can only get lilies by using Cure 1 and Cure 2s, and basically for single target healing. So if you're really an AoE healer, the confession stacks are the ones that you probably want to stack more. However, again, it's not, you only have one skill with confession stacks, and basically that's your level 70 skill, which is the Planetary Indulgence or something like that. So you get confession stacks by using AoE heals such as Cure 3, Medica, and Medica 2. Basically, depending on how much confession stacks you have on each party member depends on how much potency the Planetary Indulgence will be in terms of cure potency. So having a lot of stacks is obviously good, but basically you'll be doing a lot of AoE healing just to get these stacks up. So I mean, if something like Susano EX, who does the Ukethi or something like that, which is what you're seeing right now, you can use a lot of your AoE heals and then use Planetary Indulgence, which is pretty good, especially when it comes to 01 Savage as well, where, you know, everyone drops to 1 HP, so you can use Cure 3 or Medica 2, whatever the case may be. It makes you faster, and then use Planetary Indulgence to top up everyone to the max. So I feel like the White Mage has a lot of skills in order for you to manage, you know, your lilies, but like I said, it doesn't feel like it's necessary, you know. Even if you don't have any lilies, you can still use all your skills apart from one, which is the Divine Benny something, which is the new stone skin. I'll just call it the stone skin at the moment. I keep forgetting the name for it, but basically that's the only skill that requires lilies. Everything else can be used without lilies, but of course, if you're really into min-maxing, then you will probably think about trying to manage lilies or gain lilies in order for your cooldowns to reset faster. Overall, I did like the White Mage as a healer. DPS wise, I haven't really checked my DPS because there's basically like 3 skills that you're using: arrow, 3, 2, and stone 4. So there's not a lot of options with that. So basically you're just gonna be throwing that. Holy is probably still the best one in terms of dungeons, because basically it stuns all the mobs and helps you recover when it comes to healing. So if your tank is about to die, just swift cast in Holy that set of mobs, and then you'll be fine. So then you can have some cure, you can use your skills to make your spell speed a little bit faster. I never really had any troubles in terms of in the primal side and in the Omega normal side of things when it comes to playing White Mage. Of course, this might be different scenario in the Savage because I haven't been there, and I honestly don't plan to play White Mage in the Savage at this point in time because I just re-rolled to a Paladin at the moment. So Savage, tier basically. It's gonna be too difficult for me to play as a White Mage trying to get gear for it and such as that. Unless I get lucky that the healers don't actually need those gear, and then end up I'm pretty much rolling high and then I get the gear. But overall, I did enjoy my play as a White Mage, and I feel like a lot of people will enjoy playing White Mage. Like I said, unfortunately I can't compare this to Scholar. I used to be a really pro Scholar healer, especially in A Realm Reborn, where Lust Rate was so powerful as a healing tool that I felt like Scholar was the best healer. Also, Scholar had the Fairy as well, so you can basically keep DPSing in the lower dungeons and forget about the tank, because your Fairy will pretty much shield the tank. So in the end, would I recommend playing White Mage as a non-healer class job that I usually play as a DPS and sometimes and now tank? I'd say yeah, White Mage is a pretty decent healer. The lilies seems to have been fixed. Not a lot of White Mage are making uproar about it, and so I think it's fixed, and it's just a matter of actually getting the lilies. I would have preferred if the lilies were, you can gain lilies from using AoE heals as well, because I feel as a White Mage you are using a lot more of your AoE heals rather than your single target heals. The single target heals are usually the job of the Scholar as far as I'm aware, and if you have an Astrologian with you as well, they would be the one who would be using the single target healing abilities. The main things for White Mage is obviously throwing that region and just making sure that your tank, if the Scholar or the Astrologian is having difficulty, then you can back them up with a single heal. But for the most part, you'll be using a lot of your AoE heals or DPSing on the side. So in the end, that's my only I wouldn't say like bad thing, but I'm saying that's probably one of the things I would suggest, is that you should be able to gain lilies via using all your AoE healing, because White Mage does a lot of that. So I think that's it for this video, guys. Remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful at all. As always, I would like to hear from you guys what you think of White Mage, and are you playing White Mage? Leave a comment down below and tell me your experience. I have, and I can guarantee I have enjoyed playing White Mage for a little while, and I feel like I will play White Mage here and there, but like I said, not my main job. So guys, just remember to follow me on Twitter as well at Monchkinz Gaming, and you can also follow me on Facebook at Monchkinz Gaming. This is Monchkinz logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.